Good Tuesday afternoon, and thanks for joining us for THV 11 News at noon. I'm Jurnee Taylor. Here's what's coming up today. A number of new laws went into effect today, including education reform, and we also have a heads up for speedy drivers. We'll explain. Also today in Pine Bluff, voting starts on a millage increase that could lead to the construction of a new high school. Plus, historic heavy rain in China is causing major floods, and Mother Nature isn't done with the area just yet. We have more on that story just ahead. But here back home, there's definitely no flooding. In fact, do we even have any rain in sight, meteorologist Nathan Scott? It is hot.
Good afternoon, Jurnee. We got a little bit of rain primarily outside of the lines of Arkansas, but we are seeing some clouds from that system as clouds have been filtering out the sunshine from time to time, and the clouds holding the numbers down quite a bit in northeast Arkansas and North Arkansas, where it's only into the upper 70s to right around 80 in Mountain Home. Meanwhile, where there's more sun, temperatures have heated up into the upper 80s to lower 90s. And with the humidity, it feels like 100 right now in the capital city. Feels like 100 in Arkadelphia, feeling like 103 in Pine Bluff. Here's what we're watching on radar. There is a little clump of showers and maybe some storms rolling through Missouri that is traveling its way down to the south and southeast, will primarily affect northeast Arkansas. So when we take a look at the heat alerts, that part of the state does not have any heat alerts, but the rest of us are under a heat advisory or excessive heat warning, especially for the River Valley and also South Arkansas. Temperatures today will top out into the mid 90s here in central Arkansas, upper 90s, close to 100 with more sun off to west and southwest Arkansas, much cooler in the northeast. But everybody's going to be heating up through the rest of the work week. I'll let you know how hot the temperatures are going to get and how hot they're going to feel coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. Well, just into the THV 11 newsroom, Little Rock police are investigating a homicide. The department says about an hour ago, officers found a person dead of gunshot wounds on South Oak Street. No other details have been released, but if you have information, please contact police. Happening today, voters in Pine Bluff are deciding on a millage increase for a brand new high school. The district is asking for voters to approve a millage rate of 47.7 mills, an increase of about 6 mills. If passed, the project would cost more than $65 million, with the state providing $12 million as well. The proposed improvements would include a new gym, auditorium, and improvements to the football stadium. The oldest buildings on campus were built in the 1950s, and they've had little to no upgrades since then.
This district of this community deserve to have what other districts in the state have, and that's the new shiny buildings that have state-of-the-art equipment in the classrooms.
For those whose property is worth around $50,000, you will pay between $60 to $70 more a year if that millage passes. Voting at the Jefferson County Courthouse is open from 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. each weekday. Election Day is next Tuesday, August 8th. Also happening today, several state laws take effect, including Governor Sanders' sweeping education overhaul, the LEARNS Act. After weeks of collecting signatures, the group trying to put LEARNS to a statewide vote appeared to have come up short. The Citizens for Arkansas Public Education and Students, or CAPES, telling us yesterday, according to their count, they did not reach the required number of signatures to put it on the November ballot. However, they are hoping that the Secretary of State's count could possibly push them to the required amount. Another new law will allow speed cameras to be put up along Arkansas interstates as of today, but don't worry, you won't have speeding tickets showing up in your mailbox. THV 11 Sarah Hobakowitz shows us where these cameras will go and how they will work.
What's changing tomorrow is we will actually have a camera operating in a work zone.
Dave Parker with RDOT says this isn't the state's first effort to slow down drivers.
We first launched the Slow Down, Phone Down campaign in early 2022. This is an extension of that.
Between 2018 and 2022, the number of crashes in work zones more than doubled. When RDOT started their Slow Down, Phone Down campaign, that number dropped more than 30%.
The goal to this, again, is awareness. The goal is not to write a bunch of tickets. We've got to continue to get the word out about work zone safety.
But if you do get a ticket, it won't come straight from the camera, but a cop down the road.
If you are in violation, you could be recorded, your image, and then that information is transported to the officer immediately, and then you could get pulled over.
The camera has an estimated $70,000 price tag, but Parker says there's no price on safety.
One of these cameras, if two of these cameras can remind people driving through work zones to slow down, and that saves their life, maybe the construction worker, I think it's worth it.
Right now, RDOT says they only have one camera and that it'll rotate through different construction sites. The state hopes to get more cameras in the next year.
All right, Sarah, thank you. Now, the speed cameras in Learns are just two of about 900 new laws now in effect. You can text the word laws to 501-376-1111, and we'll send you a link with the information you need to know. Well, making national headlines this afternoon, police in Memphis say a Jewish school's strict safety procedures stopped a potential mass shooting. Officers wounded a gunman who tried and failed to get inside the school yesterday. Lily Luciano has the story.
It's a shocking and sadly all too familiar scene.
On a property armed with a gun.
A gunman on a school campus. But thankfully, the suspect never made it inside the Margolin Hebrew Academy in Memphis on Monday. Officials credited the school's stringent security measures with preventing a mass shooting.
We cannot thank the people from Hebrew Academy enough for their vigilance. Thankfully, that school had a great safety procedure and process in place and avoided anyone being harmed or injured at that scene.
With no way in, investigators say the suspect fired several shots outside of the building before driving off. Normally, about 160 students from pre-K to 12th grade roamed the halls of the school, but no students or staff members were harmed. The school provided police with this photo of the suspect and a description of his vehicle. Investigators say officers then quickly caught up with him and pulled him over.
He immediately emerged out of the vehicle with a gun in his hand, and that resulted in an officer discharging his duty weapon.
According to officials, the suspect was shot and is currently hospitalized in critical condition. State investigators are now reviewing the incident. Lilia Luciano, CBS News, New York.
Well, it's also been 6 days since an American nurse living and working in Haiti was reportedly kidnapped. Protests have erupted outside an aid facility near the nation's capital, where the nurse and her daughter were taken. A recent United Nations report shows gang violence in Haiti has fueled a rise in kidnappings, killings, and injuries. The State Department says it's working with the Haitian authorities on the investigation. And also a heads up, you may need to check your pantry because for the third time in a week, Trader Joe's is recalling a product for health and safety concerns. The Trader Joe's fully cooked falafel may contain rocks, according to the grocery chain. Last week, 2 kinds of almond cookies were recalled because they also may contain rocks. And 11,000 cases of broccoli cheddar soup were recalled because of insects that were found in the frozen broccoli forts. A spokesperson says an issue in the manufacturing process is to blame for the recalls. Arkansas tax-free weekend is nearly here from 12:01 Saturday, August 5th till 11:59 Sunday, August 6th. Shoppers can buy certain items without paying state sales taxes. It's the perfect time to start your back-to-school shopping, but there are some rules that you need to know. Clothing must be under $100 per item, and accessories like jewelry have to be less than $50 per item. Now, pretty much any kind of electronics should qualify, as well as your basic school shopping supplies. Now, you can see the full list right now on THV11.com. A new chance to get help recovering from the March 31st tornado opens today. Grants will be available to certain people in Little Rock. There's almost $600,000 available thanks to a partnership between the city and the United Way and the Little Rock Cares Fund. Select nonprofits have already received a portion, but starting today, an online portal is open for individual storm victims. However, this is not a first-come, first-served situation. Applications will be reviewed and judged before grants are given out. Well, still to come on THV 11 News at noon, chaos in China as rain causes widespread flooding. We have an update from overseas. Nathan?
We've got lots of sunshine around parts of central Arkansas, but I am watching some showers move into northeast Arkansas. However, our chance of rain is going down over the next several days, and the temperatures, they're going up, way up. I'll have that hot, toasty forecast coming up.